Hey folks, how you doing? Suzy Meadows here. Hey, this is Monday, January 30th, and this is my normal Facebook Live crafting session. And today I'm going to make an unconventional card. So you'll have to see. I'm not going to say too much about it until I turn down. But anyway, hey, as you're coming on, as you're joining me, let me know you are joining me by leaving a comment and maybe where you're watching from. I'm here in Central Indiana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love to craft, and I love to share the things that I make, and also I have a lot of fun having face-to-face classes. And hey, Terry, glad you're joining me. So I wonder how you doing wherever you are. I know Iowa's a little cold, but you may be some other places. But hey, here in Central Indiana, we got a little bit of coating of snow, but it's not too bad. It's going to be chilly, but that's okay. Hey, like I said, I am going to be crafting. I'm going to make a really easy card. It's going to be unusual. I have several samples to show you that probably what you would expect from the stamp set. But what I'm going to make is probably not what you would expect. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you down. So I'm going to move you over. I'm going to turn you down. So that means I get up close and personal a little bit, because I've got to find the buttons and all that. So, but yes, this is January 30th, and it is Monday, and we are going to be using Thanks a Bunch. Now, of course, you probably think I'm going to make carrots. No, I'm not going to create carrots. I will show you some cards where I have made and created stamped some carrots, but we are not actually going to do that. We are going to do some different ones. But just to show you the stamp set, you have 3 different sizes of carrots. You have some great sentiments. Look at you. It looks like spring. Thanks a bunch. Hey there, love you. There's no one quite like you, and everything's coming up carrots. So, and of course, several other images here. But we are not going to make carrots. Instead, we are going to create some Italian cypress trees, or Tuscan cypress, or pencil conifers, and we are going to do that. This is, let me show you. This is the card I showed earlier, and these were just some carrots, and I'm looking at heritage carrots, so I did them in different colors, and but the one I wanted to show you was actually this one. This is our large carrot, but you see that darker here. That is what we are going to use for grass. And this, actually we're going to use this smaller carrot. This is going to be our cypress trees. So let me go ahead, and like I said, I have several to show you here in a minute. But just so you know, this is one of the free options for if you purchase $50. I'm going to scroll over here on my iPad and make sure I am, yes, oops, you get to hear my volume. Yes, okay, good. You can see that. And this is our celebration, and it goes until February 28th. But gang, with shipping delays and everything happening, if there's something you want in here, make sure you grab it. Don't wait till the end of February, because nothing says it will be there, because these are while supplies last. Okay, we are going to use some of this pretty fancy Flora, this designer series paper. And see, on one side, you have a lot of pretty Flora plants, but you also have this, reminds me of some plaster, some different colors. Well, we are going to use this side here, and that's where this is here. So we are going to put this, first, this is going to be a really easy card. I'm not going to add bling. I'm not going to add ribbon. We are truly just going to do some some stamping. So this is just a normal panel. Oh, this is just normal. Actually, this is thick cardstock. So, hey, Marie, glad you're joining me. And oh, cool, Dusty's watching too. Excellent, guys. Okay, you know, this, I like using the thick because it stands up so well. Thankfully, I've got family that keep the cards and they have them displayed, which is so nice. But that is, for me, just another reason to use this thick cardstock that stands up really well, because I'm going to put a front on here. And this is a 4" by 5 1/4. And I know you hate to put that down, but that's okay. I'm just going to use some of this, our multi-purpose glue, because now, you know, this is not Elmer's, so you don't put gobs on here. You move it quickly because it is sticky. It takes a moment, like glue, to adhere. But I like it because until it does, I get to move it around to get it where I want. Okay, and then here is actually going to be our piece. Now, okay, like I said, I'm going to bring some scrap because I will be moving off my... Now, I'm using some greens. I'm just using a mixture. Here's our soft succulent, which goes very well with our paper. And then I'm going to use some old olive and parakeet party. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I look at this, this sort of makes my teeth, you know, like nails on a scratch board, a chalkboard. But yet, it actually does pretty good. So, we're going to go ahead and open some up. And see, remember, this is really nice by having, when you first get this, you get several stickers on the back. And here I've put my, okay, here is my old olive, and here is another language, and there's a couple extra. And then there's even an extra one that you can put inside this groove, and that makes it nice. So when you have the pads open, you can see what color you're working with. So we will go just like this. And okay, so I'm going to start with my grass. Now this, you know, like I mentioned, these give actual texture to the carrots. Let me find that one back here. You see this one here, how with the light pumpkin pie, and then it's darker, and what it does is giving it texture. And we've got that for the large carrot and a little smaller carrot. So I'm going to start with the big guy. And I just do this randomly, gang. I don't know that there's an order. So I'm going to start with the parakeet party. And I am just going to add some. Okay, so I think I'll go there and then I'll go up here. Okay, now I started with the light, but if I was concerned about getting ink onto another pad, I don't think it would matter, but I can use my Simply Chamois and just clean it really, really quickly. So, okay, so we did that guy. So we're going to use the old olive, and I'm going to put my old olive right up here and then down here. Okay, and then we're going to use my soft succulent, and there, and maybe we'll put one there. Okay, now with this small piece, I think I'm going to start using my little one. I think this would make it easier because I don't need quite as much. I don't need quite as much area. Now I think I'd like some more old olive. And put some down here. And you can see, you know, like I said, normally you want to go light to dark, but I am actually cleaning it pretty good, but I've got some there. So with my chamois, very quickly, I think I'll just use a little bit more right here and right here. And I want some up there, but I need, let me see. I want this up here. Okay. Now we have got these hash marks. And they could be soil or they could show movement. But I'm going to use my old olive. And I'm just randomly putting them. Like I said, I am not an artist. There is probably a way to do this. I don't know what it is. So I just do what I like. And I'll go in here and here. Okay, now it's time to put my trees. Well, I want this cypress here and ink it up good, and I want it right here. Okay, and I want another one maybe here. And I think I want a third. And I think I want my third one right there. Okay, now I want to give that a little bit of a base. So I'm going to come here and put some lines underneath it. So if nothing else, it's making the eye look across. So there we go. Okay. Now, I think I'm good. Like I said, this is going to be a really quick and easy card. Here's my sentiment. And there's no one like you. We're going to put that there. Okay, so there we go. Let's see. Cool. Terry, it's 50 degrees. Excellent. It's chillier here. Okay, I'm going to actually bump this up. So I'm going to use some dimensionals. Foam dots. I like our dimensionals. I used to be very frugal. Well, and I still am. But I would go for the discount. That was more important than quality of product. And I have learned it's worth having quality rather than getting things cheaper. Because you don't have to fight like these dimensionals. I don't have to fight with getting the backs off. They were so easy, whereas many times with those cheaper versions, they're cheaper for a reason. They just aren't as nice a quality. So you can see how I moved this liquid glue quickly, but that's plenty there. And right here is the card. There we go. Like I said, I'm not putting bling or anything on it. But I think that is a really nice and easy card. And the inside, there's no one quite like you. So I can use this later for a birthday card, a thinking of you, a congratulations, all kinds of things. But I do want to, while I'm here, I do want to go ahead and I want to go ahead and put a couple trees here, I think. And I think I'll go with we'll come over here. And there we go. And I will go with a tree or two here. And I'll go with a second one. There we go. And we'll do a little bit of color. I can't have it all the same. So there we go. So that way I've still got room for my sentiment and places to sign things. So now I thought I'd show you really quick, since I'm not making carrot cards, but I thought I would really quickly just stamp the carrot. So you can see, if you've not, I'm sure you've seen other folks do the carrot, but here we go. So we'll do the carrot full strength, and ooh. Now see the nice thing about photopolymer? See, I missed it. I was in a hurry. So photopolymer, let's see if I can. There we go. Cool. So that was second generation, and we'll go there. Okay, and actually that's sort of nice, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to show you how to use this on the real thing. And I'm going to use Cajun Craze. Now see, I could use pumpkin pie, but I'm going to go ahead and go with a little darker color. And the thing is, I need to go right over it. So there we go. So there we go. And I'll lift this up closer to the camera. I'm a gardener. I don't know about you guys. But I tell you, carrots are not something I've grown. I've grown different varieties, some heirlooms before, but I'm to the point that I like, I'm down more so for tomatoes and onions and herbs. I do a lot of herbs. Now, I want to show you, to me, this is a carrot leaf. Okay, this is in there, but this is not. Okay, coming from a horticulture background, that is not a carrot leaf. But the nice thing, what it does, it gives some nice background. You and I now know, I mean, you know if you didn't know now, that is not a carrot leaf, but this is. But I need to clean this off real quick. See, if I put this at the very end, you see how it goes off the top? So I've got a couple different things. One of the easiest ways is I can go right here and so go that way. So I'm only putting part of it on my ink pad. So that is one way of doing it. And there we go. I know if you go to the grocery store and you get a bunch of carrots, it's got a whole bunch of leaves on the top. So there we go. So I just want to show you how you can do that. Or you can always put a piece of paper down. We'll do that. Okay, let's say I ink this whole thing up, you know. Let's do a darker color. So let's do this old olive. I could come to right here and wherever I want it. So there we go. I've masked it. So that is another way of doing it. So there we go. There. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how to do that. Like I said, I told you I wasn't going to make carrots, and I'm not making a carrot card, but I did want to show you how to use those stamp sets. So let me show you these other cards that I have already made, and I teased you with a couple of them earlier. Get this off to the side, clean up my mess just a little bit. Oh, I got the ink pads closed. That's always a good thing. The other day, I dropped an open ink pad right on my pants. Oh, goodness. But I tell you, it came out. Laundry worked well. Okay, so I teased you with this card earlier. And this, I just really just mirrored the colors that I used in. So that was one card. And then I always like to start small. So these are these little 3x3 cards. If you get 12x12 cardstock, you can get several out of one of them. And but anyway, you can't mail these, but you can put them in a little envelope, and they're great for gifts or leaving them on coworkers' tables, desks, or whatever. But here I stamped the smallest and the medium carrots, and I punched them out. Nope, I didn't punch them. I fussy cut them. Really easy, straight lines. Easy, easy. And then, but I did punch this out of some paper. Oops, I didn't tell you what that paper was either. That's some of the free stuff. You know, I'm from a farm background, so when I first saw this, I thought this day at the farm, I would just grab it. But I've not. But yet, I have found there in the annual catalog, there are several dies that will actually cut out all these farm critters. But what I'm finding is I'm using the B side a good bit. And that's what this is. To me, this looked like soil. And so I used the back of this one here for that. And that's what I did for there too. So, and this was also one of the free options. So I like free. Okay. Now, here is another one from Day at the Farm, that paper. There is a sheet. You see this? Veggies, peppers, corn, broccoli, and carrots. So I use that as my background. And then I used the Hive embossing folder and just ran that through. And so there we go. There's no one quite like you. A totally original card. You can't go into the grocery store and pick up this type of card, can you, gang? So, and then the last one I wanted to show you was this one. And once again, that same paper, but I did cut out one of the carrots. And actually, I thought I'd make it like a baby carrot. And so it's a little bit smaller. And then actually here, this is the carrot that I stamped and just made a border. So there we go. Look at you. So like I said, here are some cards that, these are the carrots that you would expect. And this is the one you would not. This is, like I said, this is a pencil conifer, an Italian cypress tree, is what it's called. So, gang, if you got any questions, you can get a hold of me here, craftingwithsuzy.stampinup.net. This is the January host code. And on the 9th is February. I can't believe we're almost in February. But my next class at the Lebanon Library, 2 sessions, either the 3 o'clock or the 5:30 session, gang. And we're going to be using a lot of different goodies that we've got. So I hope you can make it. I do need to know next Monday if you're coming so I can get the packets put together, though. And like I said, the next Monday, which is February 6th, is when I'll be back here on my normal Facebook Live. So, gang, it's been good crafting with you. Thanks for those of you that have commented and watched. I appreciate that. And, gangs, I'll be saving this. Share this with any of your crafty friends. And I'll also be saving this over on Facebook. Nope. I will be saving it over on YouTube. And if you have not hit the notification button or subscribed, you're going to miss out when I put new stuff in. In fact, Thursday, I put a video on that's not on Facebook, and I created a lot of, I'm grabbing them, they're right here. You know, every month we can get this paper pumpkin, and this was the kit that came, but I made alternative cards. And I think I've showed them a little bit, but I made some with the milkshakes. I made here a Thinking of You. On this one, this is the one I actually created when I did the video. And it's on YouTube, like I said. And this is the one I created as an alternative. And there was one last one. Yes, here we go. That was the last one I created. So, yep, gang, head over to YouTube if you want to see some. I don't always put everything every place. So, but hey, it's been good chatting with you. Take care, and I will catch up with you next Monday. Toodles. Bye-bye.